Okay, all. Thank you so much for joining this workshop today, Textual Analysis 101 and its application in marketing publications. This presentation is going to be given by Dr. Susan Wade. She works here. I know some of you may be familiar with her, but if you're not, she is a distinguished assistant professor here at TAMIU, and she teaches marketing classes in the School of Business. Some of those classes include the Seminar in International Marketing, PhD level course, and graduate course, a Seminar in Marketing Management at the master's level. And today she's really just going to talk about this new way of using textual analysis for utilizing AI. I don't want to take up too much of her presentation time, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to her. And if you have any questions joining in online, please type them in the chat, or if you're here in person and you have a question, feel free to ask them at any time.
Thank you, Daniel. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to this workshop. I also want to welcome people online too. Okay, so today what I want to do is I want to give an overview of this text analysis first. Suppose this workshop is for our graduate students, especially at the beginning. I know a lot of our students actually from communication department maybe use it more often. So this is why I try to give some basic overview first. And then the way I use this text analysis is more applied to my research. So I want to use my research as a demo to show how can we use this method. Actually, at the end of my presentation, I also want to provide some books you maybe can use, or what is the required skills or knowledge you need in order to be able to master this new method. Okay, so actually, so far this text analysis, the definition is not really that clear yet. I think there's no consistent definition really available. So this is the way I try to define what is text analysis. I think actually a lot of maybe books or articles or online, they maybe name it in another way. For example, some call it text mining, some call text analyticals. So I think basically they are sort of the same thing. And the way I try to define is this is a process. We try to use linguistic and statistical and machine learning techniques to try to extract the text, and then we wish we can discover some pattern from those texts. And we try to definitely apply statistics method to analyze it and to interpret it. It's an end. We wish we can really discover some very interesting, meaningful knowledge or information. So the difference between other type of qualitative text analysis here definitely, as you can see, mentioned machine learning. So then what is the definition for machine learning? Machine learning really is type of AI. You are trying to use computer science, a lot of those knowledge. You try to automatically learn from the data, from the big data. So the key usefulness from this method is see whether we can really use for big data analysis. Okay, and definitely this method have to based on linguistic natural language process. A lot of basic knowledge, all built on that. So is basically combined AI, computer science, linguistic, all type of knowledge together in order for us to be able to perform the job. Okay, so like I mentioned, so why we need to learn text analysis? Because nowadays really a lot of data available, but one is good chance, but another is a big challenge. You have huge data, but how to use it? What is the tool to use it? Really, so that is why it's wonderful if we can learn this language. So the data can come from many different type of source. Definitely website. You can any type of books, articles, emails, the reviews online or whatever. Those all are possible data. Okay, so we wish definitely use this quantitative text analysis to improve the efficiency of how can we analyze those data. Otherwise, definitely, without big data, this as big challenge. I think before we have many research use text analysis, but we do it manually. Like for example, I have one publication. Basically, I manually hired 2 research assistants, analyze 250 companies' financial statement. So you give them a keyword list, and the 2 of them independently analyze all those financial statements. So in that way, they can give me understanding each company in China, how much oriented based on the financial statement. So, but that is only 250 example. So if I want to do 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000, then that will be very labor intensive. So then this quantitative use machine learning method, if you can write code, you can use computer science. So then you can increase the efficiency. Okay, so here is the 4 steps we try to conduct data analysis. So the first one, definitely you need trying to see what is the text you are interested. Then you need to change those texts, make them become to real data. And after that, you need to apply all the advanced statistics method to analyze it. And then you need to do robust check, evaluate the performance of each statistic model you are using. Okay, so let me step by step go over it. So for the data, like I mentioned, it can be online, can be website, but can be all type of form. If it's not text, it's audio or video or image, but you need to code it. You can code it, become a text too. Okay, so definitely any PDF file you can, and there's some maybe few they do already formed a lot of collection of the text. So we call corpus is already available for you to analyze. So that definitely is the best. But if not, then we need to go to the step 2. Okay, so the step 2, we need to think about, okay, what is the possible way if it's a PDF if it is long, maybe like an email or review online. So then how can you transfer it to the possible data? So your raw text is maybe is document, but you need to transfer it to features. Actually, the union of analysis depends on what is your research or your interest. It can be sentence, it can be word, it can be term, it can be a whole document. All is possible. But the way we can read the text is we need to change all the text become to document term matrix. Only when it become document term matrix, then we can apply statistics method. Okay, so another thing is accepted text data is accepted like maybe the word. A lot of time for advanced research, advanced question you want to understand, you have to collect metadata. So it's the data about your text data. So so in that way you can understand more about your text. Okay, and then you need to use pre-processing to clean your data. Okay, so then you will ask me, okay, what is document term matrix? Okay, here, look how we transfer the text to the data. So usually the text is the words, or is a sentence, or is a whole PDF file. But we need to ask a machine to chop it, code it, and at the end, it become matrix like this. So every word in your sentence or in your document, it will become a number. So become frequency. So for example, here, if we collect all our president's speech, like Trump and Bush. So then we ask a machine to code each word in each document. How many each president mentioned that word? So it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, so it depends, okay? Okay, so for this document term matrix, can you imagine? So for example, the example I will give to you is my research, I try to analyze marketing publication. So each marketing research publication, usually at least is 30 pages PDF. So can you imagine if the machine chop each document, how many millions of word terms they have to become the form a matrix, have millions of matrices. So this is why those huge matrices is we call high dimensional with many features. Maybe some word repeated a lot, okay, and then some word maybe only one time. So if I have 50 document marketing publication, maybe one word showed one time in one document, but never show up in any other 49 document. So it's possible some word is also have low frequency. Okay, so there's lots of noise going on. For example, if we have a loss of off and there, all those become a matrix, you analyze it is useless. It is no meaning, right? So this is why we have to, use a lot of processing method. Okay, so we need to borrow from dictionary, understand a lot of those like grammar, nature of each term, apply all those, and more importantly, we need to make decision. So in our this process transfer text to data, shall we delete all the occupation? Shall we lower case for every single word? Shall we delete all the stop words? So there's many things we need to make a decision on it. So in that way, we can clean our text file when we transfer it into matrix. Okay, so at the end, basically each union of analysis you have, it will tell you suppose the software, computer software will tell you how many tokens do you have. For example, the research I want to show you I have 50 AI titled marketing publication, but after I did all this pre-processing process, at the end, I have a little bit more than 5 million tokens. I can 500 million tokens I can use, I think. So after I have those tokens, this token also is matrix, available for me to be able to, now I can apply all the statistics method now. So here is the different type of quantitative method you can use, okay? But from machine learning perspective, then sometimes they like to classify it as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, or semi-supervised learning. So in each method, in each type, you have different way you can use it. Some statistic method you can use maybe in both different type. So let me introduce, explain what do we mean, okay? So for supervised machine learning models, usually, I think for our PhD student, especially if like from finance, you definitely you maybe use it sometimes often. So you basically you ask machine split your data, half you label it, you ask machine label it, and another half is unlabeled. So you use the half labeled data, you apply your statistical model, you train the data, you train the model. So after that, you use whatever you got, the result, then apply to unlabeled table, see whether you can really predict the unlabeled data correctly. So in that way, you can compare which statistical model is better for your data or can predict better. Okay, so that is called supervised. But unsupervised, it means they don't want to train any data at all. So they just let all the data unlabeled. So whatever naturally, is the result, so you just accept it. But there's another method is semi. So you use very small portion to train your data, but you leave a large portion unlabeled, then you can also do that, okay? So here is because I know we have undergraduate students and also master degree students, so I think I just mentioned those methods, but I will not. Also because of the time issue, impossible for me to go into detail. Okay, so for example, the supervised model, you can, if it's like a categorical label, you can use we call classification. So there's two different way you can do it. LASA is the most popular method. And for regression, except these two, there's many other ways you can apply to your matrix data too. Okay, so but the most important thing is you need to split your data to two different sessions. Okay, so then for unsupervised method, there's also many different purpose and method. So the first one called clustering. K means clustering. K actually, I think for the student from management, you maybe understand, like factor analysis, you just you ask how many dimensions. K is you believe your data have 5 dimensions or 2 dimensions, only 2 factor or 10 factor. So you are trying to use your experience, and then you need to evaluate. Okay, so dimension reduction is almost really the principle like a factor analysis we are using for management research. Okay, the topic model is the most popular method for unsupervised learning. Basically, for example, if you have millions of texts, you really, if you need to read it, you need to analyze it. I ask you, for example, if I have 50 these marketing publications, I ask you, okay, which word is the most popular word from, manually? I think it's almost impossible for us to figure it out, right? You can read 100 times, but still, I don't think you have confidence to say. But if you use machine learning, then can give you exactly each word, how many times really appeared from all those 500,000 tokens. So that is why. And then even you have those tokens, so then you want to see, is there any term or words that co-occurred together? So then they form a topic. So we put the topic together. So in that way we can discover, okay, is there any, how many popular topic occurred from huge, texts we collect. And there's 3 different methods, and the structure topic model is the one I like the most, because this is the model you can analyze with the metadata. So basically, it's like you are be able to perform a lot of prediction with more additional variable. It's not only text variable. It's so like a meta data for me, like AI publication. It can be this publication published which year, how many citations this publication has, who is the author, and maybe you can think about do you want to know more? What is the other things you want to know? You try to collect those data and then go with your topic. So in that way, you can understand more about what happened with your text data. Okay. Okay. So the last step after you really, finish all those data analysis is very important. You also try to apply multiple different methods, see whether, through different methods, through different model, you can come to the same conclusion. So in that way, your result is, robust. So, and even at the beginning, like we do pre-processing of those data, we should apply, use this like for example, pre-text method, so we can see when we apply many different methods, whether this pre-text score will change. How much our data is sensitive with the method we clean the data. Okay, so okay, so now let me introduce my research as example. How did I try to use this text analysis? So because AI now is really hot topic, no matter in the real business world or is in academic research. So I see more and more people want to conduct research, want to publish on AI as a topic. But I notice it seems as any new topic, there's no one definition can sort of explain what is AI. And this is why you will see the publication name as AI actually then write on total different content. And some of them really, is not AI at all, but they named as AI. So, so I was wondering, okay, if I really read all those AI publications, at this moment, is there any way I can use this text analysis, come up a good definition to cover maybe different perspective of different opinion, or how do I know what's going on in this AI research? Do we have different topic going on? So I a lot of question in my mind. So I really want to do more like a exploratory type of research, trying to understand first what's going on in this field. So then the next step is, after I really understand the basics, so I was thinking, okay, can I write some literature review, or can I write some conceptual paper? Could I summarize, okay, what's going on, what we already know, what is the common agreement on this research, and what is the future, what is the trend? So that is in general in my mind, so what we should do. So be more specific, because the data analysis have limitations. So it's not every question I can, this method can answer. So I need to come up with the research question really be able solved by this method. So here is the several question. So first, I want to know how many top term or concept really exist on all those AI publication, marketing publication. And another thing is, okay, what is the overall sentiment? It means the attitude is that the authors write all those AI, then hold more positive or negative attitude, or the attitude is neutral. So that is another question I want to know. And like I mentioned, personally, I feel the publication, they're so different. So I'm really wondering, okay, how similar? will the machine learning tell me they are similar or not similar? Okay, and if they are similar or not similar, is there any way we can see as a text data, do they have dimension going on or cluster going on? And if really there's something going on, can machine learning give me some common topic, the most popular topic really merged in from this publication? At the end, I do want to see whether if they have different topic, is any topic happened at the beginning of this publication span time, or some topic is just very recent come up, and also I'm very interested because according to my observation so far, almost no any really research be able to really publish on very top journal yet. The best journal I can find is just one. So then I'm wondering, okay, is there any way I can understand the quality of journal? How to them is really some topic merged in low tier, some topic merged in medium level, some maybe certain really type of topic only top journal will feel is interested. So this is why I was wondering, okay, can we really understand a little bit more about that? Okay, so the way I collect the data is I go to our TAMIU's library and trying to use AI or artificial intelligence as the topic for the field of search. The title, okay, I only, because there's many other way, you can do it, but I only want to explore only AI or artificial, these two. And then definitely I just choose marketing publications. I don't want to know others yet. I just want to use this as a small sample to understand. So at the end, I noticed the first publication is 2009, and the last one actually because last year I did it, I can only find 2020. So there's 50 journal publication from 13 different publication journal. Okay, so I did lay it this 13 journal. I think there's only one journal from top journal, and then there I believe 5 from medium level, and then the rest is lower level. And so like what I mentioned, after I clean, I end up have 600,000 tokens I can use. Okay, so now let me briefly go over my result. Okay, so this actually is more like a descriptive of my data. So all my 50 publications are doors here. And the first one is on this journal, and it's 2009. So as you can see, 2020, now we have more journal available. And this is the way I labeled, the journal's quality. And then I did trying to ask machine to just trying to use frequency. Show me, okay, what are the top terms occurred from these 50 publications. So you see, this is a way, word cloud chart is the way to show all the top we can find. So because I guess it's marketing journal, so marketing as the word is the most frequent one, and then AI. So then you can see others, definitely, is research, is intelligence, is business, is customer. So all those, and then I also trying to use another way to see, okay, what is the top term appeared on this publication. So end up here for top journal, medium level journal, and the low level journal. Actually, I see the shared a lot of common top word. So all the squared one, then all three category you can find, but they do have some word are different. The circled one, so it seems the low journal, I don't know why, just show up this more. And higher journal, I don't know why it shared that more. So I feel, this is why I feel, sometimes you never know whether this makes sense or not. For me, I don't feel these top term frequency really can explain the levels of the journal, the publication journal. Okay, here is another way, so you can see the machine learning's power. So then you can ask a machine. So for example, if I'm interested in each publication, look, each publication, how often AI showed up in each document. So the black dot is the time show up in each paper. So that is a very interesting, graph. I think is powerful. You will be able to, analyze in that way. You see for this paper, wow, AI, show up so often. So then you can also see maybe artificial, they don't mention it often. And I was thinking, okay, now AI, those paper, how much they really care about learning in the publication. And surprisingly, I did see all those publications do emphasize on trying to understand AI, how help us learn. So I think that is an interesting tools you can use. In terms of sentiment, so here is the result. I think look at here. This is about 0. That means all the 50 publications, they are all showing positive attitude toward whatever the whole paper, then contained more positive. But you will see, this graph did show actually in 2020, because of the pandemic, the magnitude did drop a little bit. And then 2021 up a little bit, and then they'll drop a little bit more. So I think that is also interesting things we can learn. Okay, my another research question is, okay, how similar for those, publication, if we try to use quantitative way, use those metrics to analyze. So there's many different statistical methods you can use. So for example, this contain similarity. What I did is I try to, the way I can compare how 50 publication similar to each other or not, I need to find the reference. So I identified the first low journal publication, and then I also identified the first high quality journal. So I use this as good or bad as example, and then all other paper compare with these two paper. So then how similar? So if I, this is a way I doing it, but a loss of noise. So then I need to use like as you doing no matter regression or factor analysis, there's many different way you can think about how to run your data analysis. So if I use this FTIDF way, so it's basically trying to adjust the frequencies bias, because some maybe term they come up very frequently, but only in one paper. But it's possible another word to have the same frequency, but then show up in all 50 different publications. So you need to use many, choose different methods to think about how to analyze. So when I use this way, so the data become, the result become much clear. So as you can see, the paper really, have very little, similarity. Okay, so except this method, as I mentioned, the last step, we need to do robust check. So I try to use many different methods, see whether I can come up with the same conclusion. So then I use another method to analyze the data. So it sort of also, but this method is from another R package. Actually, give me exactly the data. It's like the coefficient alpha. So then tell me, okay, the similarity is only 2%. So that give me a very quantitative, answer. Said, oh, these 50 papers, they really don't share much similarity. Okay, so here is another very interesting, way to help you visualize why we think these 50 papers are different rather than similar. So here is 50 paper. This is also 50 paper. So basically, if the similarity is high, it will become very dark. If it's not similar, it will become very light. So if you see this heat map, really is quite light. So this is why this is another very easy way for us make our conclusion. Yeah, these 50 publications, they are really did not talk about the common thing, maybe not that similar. They are really talk about the different things. And here is more different method trying to understand similarity. So here now we don't use matches anymore. We transfer all those, each point become a score. So every word have a score. So then at an end, we put all the high quality, medium quality, low quality journal. We try to compare, see whether their score, what score, how far, whether they are similar or not. So as you can see, high quality one really go to different, dimension, direction compared with low and medium. So median and low one is more close to each other. So that is also, I think interesting. And we can also use really regression. So what we do is we put cosine similarity as dependent variable, and then we group that as category. So then we see whether low quality journal, all those publications compare with the high and the medium level, to them how much similarity they have. Unfortunately, the model is not significant, but the coefficient definitely is low. It's only 0.11. So I think still we will see it's really not similar. Okay, so then we understand the similarity among that 50 journal. The next question is, I did mention, you say, can we use this supervised learning to understand which method really have better accuracy? So which result we should trust more? So here is some result. So if I use this model also you can choose different function. So, but this, even I choose different function to do it, but at least in terms of like we have training data, then we use whatever after we get the model to predict on labeled data. Actually 84% accuracy rate we predict. So that is pretty good, I think. Okay, and then we can also use another way called decision tree. Actually, very quick. When I predict, actually is predict if I cut the data half and half, so I want to predict all those top term, whatever the term the machine selected. Then suppose whether they can really predict the next unlabeled publication. Will that paper published on top journal or medium level journal or low quality journal? So the prediction, is the accuracy rate for decision tree. It does make a faster decision, but the accuracy rate is really low. So this is at least through this use those outcomes, we can conclude at least another Lassos logistic regression model is better for us. Okay, can better explain. Okay, so now for unsupervised model. So you remember, we don't want to do it all. We let it, machine run free, whatever they can discover the pattern. So when I use principal components analysis, ask how many key dimensions exist in my data. Actually, I cannot tell at all. For me, this is math. I cannot see dimension. And also, I use another way, use k-means clustering method. Actually, I did try to use 7. I asked, can you see whether there's 7 different dimensions? And the result is bad. And I asked 5, and it's still bad. I asked 3, still bad. Ask 2, I don't think this is really 2. If you explain it's 2, basically this is top journal, then the all others is another dimension. But because the top journal is only 3 top journal, so I just feel still doesn't really that much meaningful, because I think also my data still is too small. I should collect more data. Okay, so then when I use structure topic model, okay, I have 5 minutes left. So then here is interesting. I do think this is the two topic. I think it maybe make a little bit sense to me. So I feel when I interpret this, I feel this group of topic, maybe all those AI publication, then care about what is the application in different business industry we can really use. But another topic, actually, those publications care about, okay, how can we use AI for marketing research? So that is what I can, name or think about it. In terms of whether across the time, those topics different or not, actually I did not show the result, but I couldn't get the result. Here, I do get another interesting things. At least I can understand. You see, this is topic 2, this is topic 1. In terms of how much we talk about topic 1 and topic 2, definitely topic 2 are talked much more often than topic 1. So that is interesting thing. And then in terms of how, whether these two topics coherent or not, actually it shows no, they are really opposite. So that is another interesting things to know. Okay, they're exclusive. If one paper talk about the topic 2, nothing really maybe that much related to topic 1. So I think that is interesting. So anyway, the conclusion is I do think at least this text analysis give me something. Manually, I feel difficult to get those results. I did got answers for all my questions. And in terms of suggestion, you guys, if you are interested in learning text analysis, I think for a PhD student, definitely you guys already learned a lot of advanced statistic data analysis method, no problem. But I think you need some class for data mining or machine learning, and also you really need to get some knowledge about how to use different software to analyze this text data. A lot of learning from that way, and I really think, especially for me, actually, at the very beginning, I'm interested in this method is more from marketing's perspective. There are many marketing data online. I really want to grab those data from online, but without the programming skill, is almost impossible. So you maybe try to learn Python, all those advanced programming language. So that is the only way you will be able to grab data from online to create your own very unique data. Actually, this text analysis is very useful for undergraduate student, master degree student. When they go to the job, especially in business field, is extremely useful. For example, in marketing, so we have so many like reviews, so many social media chat. Actually, I think almost every big company, like Google, IBM, whatever, so they do have their own analysis tool software to make it more user-friendly. So in that way, then I'll be able to immediately understand customers' feedback and analyze the customers' feedback, understand the attitude of the customer. So in that way, they can do good reputation management. They can also predict whether some customer to make some comments online on social media will then be able to come back to buy or not buy. So this is why for many companies, they think undergraduate student or master degree student, if they know how to do that type of text analysis, because that will be help them to really make critical decision on when they should handle some crisis, when they should step in to how to have interaction with the customer. Okay, so that is all. I think here is 3 books, but unfortunately, I don't think those books. I don't think that now have any good book really available for more like a research type. I feel that this field still is at the very beginning developing stage, so you need to read a lot to try to get knowledge from here, there, online, maybe article. So in that way, you can educate yourself for research or for industry application. Okay, so that is all from me. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Lecturer, for a very nice presentation. Actually, you mentioned in your presentation that this is what is the next generation or next day's issue. So we need to cope up ourselves with dealing with AI. So my question is, like you mentioned in your presentation, that what specific analysis tool or software you are using? Probably from your presentation, I understand that you probably used R.
Yes, I use R.
And do you have any specific package of R? I found one of the slide you mentioned the carrot package, maybe, or you coded yourself. Did you code it on the coding by yourself, or you have some package, special package for data analysis that okay, that may help us. Like,
thank you. Actually, tons of different package are package available. So you really need to know what type of data you have, what type of features, and then what type of data analysis method you will use, and then you choose the right R package for it. That is really huge list. I cannot really tell. Yeah, but it's true. You do need to go to learn. Once you know what what you want, then you can identify. You will be able to identify the proper package, R package. You can help you to analyze the data. And then actually, I think a lot of other fields, like for example, I know political science, a lot of PhD students from other university, they really use this type of data analysis. But I tell you, the way you spend time on research, maybe the first 2 steps, you use more time than last 2 steps, because how can you really get those texts? For example, if I know one researcher interested in China's Cultural Revolution. So I don't know how it's possible he got 1960s, 1970s, many newspapers. He scan it, make it become, text data, read it, and he wants to analyze it. But in the whole process, you need to solve many problems. No matter it's hardware problem or a software problem, you need to really use, no matter you use R or use Python, how to recognize all those scanned data, how to clean it. So that is very time consuming. But once you have those data, definitely is very unique. Yeah, then you can apply a lot of those R package to analyze it. Thank you. Any other student have a question? Do we have anyone from the chat? No? Okay. Wonderful. Do you have? Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Everyone online, thank you again for joining in. If you have any follow-up questions, you can email TAMIU ARC at tamiu.edu.